I'm Mike Greiner, a lifelong political activist who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. If you share my concerns, then maybe you could like this video, subscribe to this channel, and maybe even click the little bell that will notify you when I post new videos, because I do try to post pretty frequently. And the reason I need to post pretty frequently is because there's always news to talk about. Well, I want to just post a special video today for Juneteenth, June 19th, obviously, and I want to wish everybody a happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth, for those of you who don't know about it, and polling seems to indicate that most Americans actually don't know much about it. But basically what Juneteenth is based upon is it commemorates the day, June 19th, after the Civil War had ended, when parts of Texas first found out about the Emancipation Proclamation. Now you have to remember, the Emancipation Proclamation was first proclaimed by Abraham Lincoln in 1862. And what it did is essentially freed slaves in the areas that the Union Army was moving into and liberating from secession. Now, the area of Galveston in South Texas was one of the last areas in the country to be liberated by the Union Army. And as a result of that, the application of the Emancipation Proclamation didn't occur until 1865. And in fact, most of the enslaved people living in that area didn't even know about it until 1865. So Juneteenth celebrates that day, June 19th, 1865, when the enslaved people around Galveston, Texas, finally heard about the fact that they had been freed from enslavement. At that point, all of the formerly enslaved people across the country were made aware of emancipation. In my opinion, that's a day pretty well worth celebrating. Well, as it turns out, Congress just passed legislation and Joe Biden signed it that would make Juneteenth a national holiday. It passed the Senate unanimously after it had been held up for a long time by Senator Ron Johnson, the Republican senator from Wisconsin. He backed off from his opposition after fellow Republican members of the Senate pointed out to him that standing in the way of this legislation was making them look like a bunch of racists. Okay, so as a result, it passed the Senate unanimously. Now, the unbelievable thing is that when it went to the House, it passed overwhelmingly, which is great. However, there's still 14 Republican members of Congress who voted against it. Now, I don't know how they can justify that, other than the fact that they are playing to racial discrimination. And in fact, if you read the comments from Representative Matt Rosendale, a right-wing congressman from Montana, said that the bill was an effort by the left to make Americans feel bad and convince them that our country is evil. Well, at a certain point here, we need to be able to discuss the truth about our history, an unflinching look back at our history. And unfortunately, our history includes some pretty horrible things. Does that mean that our goal is to make America feel bad about them? Well, maybe, if it means that then it helps us create change, create positive change. Because the truth is, as they say in Alcoholics Anonymous, you can't begin to address a problem until you admit it. And white people in America especially seem to be consumed with a sense of denial, a need to deny the fact that this occurred in America and that we need to address the ramifications of it. So I just wanted to take a moment to make this video to say, number one, let's all celebrate Juneteenth, and thank goodness it is now a national holiday. And number two, to point out that we still have a long way to go, given the fact that there are still members of Congress who would essentially play to the racist right and vote against this, is just unbelievable to me. Now, as usual, I post links to the articles I referenced in this video down below, and I would also appreciate any comments that you have, questions, anything positive, negative. I always love to hear from all of you because, of course, I'm trying to make this channel into a place where we can discuss the issues. And what's more, if you could like this video, subscribe, maybe even click that bell that will notify you when I post a new video. And in the meantime, I will see you in the next video, and let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.